Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is my OMP, which stands for October Mountain Products Ozark Hunter. 68 inches at 55 pounds. And this bow is pretty awesome. It's really heavy duty. When it came, it had a gigantic handle on it. It was too big. So I took my rasp and carved it down a lot. It feels a lot better now. Took my farrier's rasp and just smoothed it down. It took about 1/4 of an inch actually off of this handle, and then smoothed it down and smoothed it real down, and then burnished it with steel wool, and then put a little tongue oil on it. But otherwise, I mean, it was like, and that wasn't comfortable at all. Didn't really like it. I do now. It's good. The only problem when I was doing that, I actually, oh yeah, and another thing is the shelf was way too far out. It was way too, so I actually came in here with the rasp and rasped it this way. The only problem is when I did that, I lifted up this little piece right here that don't really matter because it's on the handle side, but I lifted the fiberglass off right there. I just glued it back down with some super glue, and no problems since then. So little rug rest here and there. Pretty straightforward. It's a powerful bow. It will wear you out in no time. Reason I got this, it was relatively cheap. I think I picked it up for like 180 bucks. So I got this because I was always making my bows not powerful enough. You know, as long as you can shoot an arrow of them, to me, they're powerful enough. But well, that's not really true. If you make a 10-pound bow, it ain't really worth the crap. Unless you're 2 or 3. Anyways, so, but I wanted to get something that I could put in my hand and actually feel, you know, how all these guys are allegedly making these 50 and 60-pound self bows with no backing and all that. And so I wanted to try to feel what, you know, a factory version of that would feel like. So I bought this. And when I pulled it back, I was like, seriously? I got a lot of work to do if I'm going to make one this powerful. So I hadn't really put this on the tiller tree or the scale, but I bet it's probably 60 pounds. It's so much, it's not stacking, but it feels like it's just, you know? Yeah. And I'll string it up real quick and we'll see what she looks like profile. It's pretty cool because it's reflex deflex. It's got the thing, you know, and it's got a cool profile to it. All I did is add the beaver silencers, and that's basically it. I don't like the string it came with. It's a continuous loop, and you can see all the amount of fray that it's taken. It's got a big string knot to accept a Flemish twist string, and I'll probably make one. And this is actually feeling it right now. No wonder this is kind of rough here. I should probably smooth that down with some fine sandpaper or something and kind of touch that up a little bit. One thing about this bow that is a little, and it's probably just this really, this pocket on this stringer that I got sometimes comes right over the end, and this is the small side. Step on it. Uh-oh. Step on it. You're going to see this becomes an issue right here, because that pocket's got it covered all the way up. Try that. There we go. Hopefully that'll hold. Boy, it sucks when it don't hold. Obviously, you can see that is not held and jumped off because I get nervous about this one every time. It's just, you know, it's just barely hanging on the edge there. So if you don't get it just right and that thing jumps off, boy, that thing comes alive with some power. There we go. I'm gonna shoot from 20 yards down to my 2 bag targets I got down there, and see what we can do. And I love how light this bow is. If one thing I could say, not one thing I could say good about it, but the best thing I could say good about it is how light it is. Thanks. Awesome. Awesomely light. It's almost as light as my Osage bow. Okay. Boy, a lot more hand shock than the Sage. Bang. Gee, my daddy. Definitely want to have a good arm guard when you're shooting this bow. Maybe I could tighten the brace height or something. I'm pulling them all to the left. It's not, I don't think it's cut quite as center as the Sage is. There we go. I compensated to the right a little bit. I see a lot of people on the videos go like this with their arrows. Why do you go in between the string like that? Is that some kind of archery technique or something? Is it better to do that than come over the string and just be ready to shoot? Alright, that's not near as good as the Sage, but man, this thing will kicks like a mule when you shoot it. I'm sure if I don't know if you can see any of those. Yeah, the sun's shining on it goofy. I missed that whole deer. I don't think I hit one in the deer. It's like right in his chest every time, but we'll go down there and take a closer look. Okay, here's that group. Let me put it right here. Maybe you'll see it better. There's that group. I shot the green target first. You can see I was pulling them all hard to the left. And because that riser is a little, it's not quite cut to center as the Sage is. That's why I had to actually take more off with my file. I don't know. But anyways, I just compensated to the right over here when I started shooting on this one. And got some, you know, I'm proud with these two. And that one. Another thing with the serving on this, when I first got this bow, this serving was thick. The string's way thicker than my Sage string anyways, and so when I had to loosen these nocks up a little bit because they were pinching so hard, it was like the arrow didn't want to, I mean it let go because it's flying down there really fast, but it was flipping it all kind of different ways. So I trimmed some of these nocks out, and now the nocks are actually loose on my Sage and every other bow I have. I tightened up my brace height just a little bit, so we'll see if that affects anything. Look at that crap. Two of them right in the damn heart. And broke my damn knock off, man. What the hell? I think tightening up the brace height worked a little bit. That's like a Robin Hood, maybe. Oh, there we go. Robin Hood that arrow just now. From 15 yards, 16 yards, something like that. And broke my damn knock off. I know y'all heard that, but that's cool. At least it just did that. I can just pop me a new knock on there and be good to go. Cool. That one where I lost the thing, I'll go get it and replace that. Well, there you go. Tightening up the brace height seemed to help. And I actually got rid of a lot of that hand shock too. So I don't know if my string was stretched. Okay, so We just saw the October Mountain OMP 55-pound longbow do work, and it was cool. Nice profile. And I'll talk about the Sage a little bit too, because I talked about this one on the Sage video, so I'll talk about the Sage a little bit on this video. Compared, these two compared, I mean, they basically look the same. They both are, I think, maple and walnut. This one may just be maple and walnut, the Sage riser, and this is maple and ebony and walnut for the OMP. And pros of this one: lightweight. There's no working parts. It's quieter because of that. It's still super strong. Okay, that's the good stuff. It's a longbow. It's simple. It works. Split an arrow with it when you get the shelf height right. Brace height, I mean. When you get the brace height right, this is good. And made it even more powerful and more, but felt better. Didn't seem to have as much string shock, hand shock whenever I shot it fully braced like that. This is badass because it's cheaper. It's heavier though. It's louder. Cool thing is you can break it down, put it in your backpack and go with it. You had this and some takedown arrows. You can be ready and mobile and fit it in your truck. This is smoother. It's way smoother of a bow. When you pull back, you get a little bit of let off in the recurves. This, when you pull it back, it just keeps harder and harder and harder the more you pull it back. I like them both though. They're awesome. These are my two store-bought bows. If you're looking for a good inexpensive bow, I would recommend either one. Nobody's paying me to say this. But I'm just saying, there's probably more out there, but you'll probably pay more for them. I haven't really shot many, so I don't have much to. I've got this one to compare to this one, and then all my self bows. So, thanks for watching. If you want to see more about this Sage and see me shoot this Sage, check out my previous video. And then this, this is pretty cool. One thing about the Sage, you got the input there if you want to put a stabilizer. I don't know why you do that on a traditional bow, but you could put a stabilizer and then cable clamp a Zebco 808 to this thing, and okay, let's go gar fishing. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, later. Peace out.